Everyone knows that Magnus Carlsen is world number one, numero uno, the best chess player in the world. But even reigning champions can sometimes lose to a new generation of young players. And one of these rising Grandmaster slayers is none other than Ding Liren, aka Ding the King.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg!
Magnus kicked off the defining tiebreaker blitz round in the 2019 Sinquefield Cup with e4, followed by Ding, mirroring with e5. Magnus plays knight f3, followed by knight c6 from Ding. Magnus then goes bishop b5, transitioning into the Ruy Lopez opening. Both players are vibing with standard book moves leading into the Morphy defense, with Ding charging his pawn to a6. Pawn to b5 as well, to threaten and chase Magnus's bishop away, as it eventually retreats to b3. Here we see Ding going full steam ahead as he creates an impenetrable fortress of pawns on the queen side, completing the formation with c5. Of course, Sigma Magnus ain't no simp. Magnus goes with d4, fighting for control of the center. Finally, after 10 moves, both sides exchange pawns with Ding quickly castling to protect his king. Yeah, guys. Always remember to protect your crown jewels, if you know what I mean. Ding prepares for a massive attack on the queen side, shifting his queen and rook into his right corner, like a tiger getting ready to pounce. Both sides reshuffle their knights when suddenly Magnus opens the door to his castle with g4.
Oh my god!
Oh, hold your horses, the fight is on, guys! Ding's knight goes to c5, threatening Magnus's bishop on d3, but does Magnus care? Apparently not. The amount of farts he gave was 0 as he responds with knight to g3, assembling his forces on the king's side. Ding, unamused by Magnus's lack of interest in his white-squared bishop on d3, obliterates it from the board. Magnus quickly responds by regaining back material with his queen capturing Ding's knight. Ding continues to march his army forward with b4, and then queen to b5, inviting Magnus to exchange queens. But nope, it's not going to happen. Magnus retreats his queen back to safety at d1. Uh-oh. Something is brewing in the distance as Ding moves his rook up to c7, wanting to stack his other rook behind on c8. Total domination of the c-file is the name of the game here. Both players are still playing musical chairs with no significant material advantages. Ding plays rook to c3, attacking White's bishop. Magnus then invites Ding to trade his pawn with a3. Ding takes the bait, capturing on a3. But instead of taking the black pawn back with the rook, Magnus asserts his dominance by playing knight to c6. This is such a powerful move. It enables Magnus to threaten multiple pieces at a time. Firstly, the knight forks both the queen on b8 and the bishop on e7. Secondly, Ding's rooks are no longer connected due to the knight. Black's rook on c3 is unprotected and under attack by Magnus's queen on d2. Brilliant move is an understatement here.
Wow! Beautiful!
Ding has little choice but to take the knight on c6 with his bishop to ensure the safety of his beloved queen, letting go of the rook on c3. Ding, however, is unfazed and executes a discovered attack, capturing the d5 pawn and having the rook on c8 stare at Magnus's queen in the face. Magnus moves his queen away from the sniper rook to a5 while Ding's bishop munches on the e4 pawn like a cookie monster. Despite Ding's loss of a rook, he seems to be gaining positional advantage with an arguably better control of the center. Strangely enough, Magnus doesn't want to capture Ding's bishop, but opts instead to annoy Ding's knight on f6 with his pawn moving to g5. Ding, sensing that his bishop is valuable, quickly retreats to safety to a8, with a lethal idea to get his queen to b7, threatening mate thereafter with queen g2. That is simply a based move. We will see how important bishops are towards the endgame for open positions due to their diagonal reach. Magnus goes on a rampage, capturing the pawn on a6 and threatens Ding's queen further with bishop a7, possibly encouraging a queen exchange and to shake things up. Ding moves his queen away to c7, but unfortunately encounters Magnus's wrath with his rook going to c1, another brilliant move threatening Ding's queen, and rook that is only protected by the queen. This concept is known as overloading, where Magnus tries to attack a single piece with multiple pieces. Seeing no other way out, Ding exchanges his queen for two of Magnus's mighty rooks, capturing on c1 and ending with Ding's rook capturing on c1, checking the king. What is fascinating is that Ding's hanging a3 pawn still survives, but not for long. As Ding brings his white bishop back to prominence on c6, Magnus quickly captures the a3 pawn. Say goodbye to promotion. It's business as usual with Magnus capturing the pawn on d6. Ding then plays a literally game-changing move by using his bishop to protect his e5 pawn and pin White's knight on g3. Like a frog in a boiling pot, Magnus calmly moves his bishop back to c5, threatening mate by queen to f8. But little did he know that this move sealed his fate, as Ding moved his knight away from d5.
Hello, motherfucker.
Unblocking the powerful light square bishop's massive reach to h1, with Ding threatening mate in his next move with rook h1. It's over. No matter what Magnus plays next, he cannot stop Black's mate. Magnus resigned, and Ding was crowned the champion of the 2019 Sinquefield Cup.